Hi, this video is going to show you how you can share Google Files with other people and the different types of editing rights that you can give the other people that are accessing the files you're sharing with them. So you can see that I'm already signed into a Google Drive account here, and you can see that I have 4 documents down at the bottom. Now for today's kind of webinar here, I'm using Google Docs, but the same editing rights and same workflow is done with any of our Google Apps for Education. So whether you're sharing a Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Drawing, or a Google Sheet, it's all the same. So let's talk about the different ways that we can share files with other people. So when we're sharing, there are 2 ways that you can do it. You can click on the file from within your Google Drive home screen, and then up at the top you get the little person with the plus button. That is one way to share. The other way is to do it right from within the file itself. So you can see that I am in a Google Doc right now, and up in the top right corner we have that little share button. When you hover over top of it, it lets me know that it's private to only me. There's a little lock on it. It hasn't been shared. But let's click on this button and we'll share it with a person. So here's where we would type in the group email address if it's a group of people that you want to send it to, multiple people that you want to send it to, or just one person. For today, I'm just going to choose to send it to one person. And once you've entered in your email address, this is how you choose how you want them to access it. So by default, when you share, they have editing rights. So what that means is they get the same permissions as the owner, same permissions as you that created the file. They can go in, they can edit, they can add, they can delete, they can comment, they can do whatever they want with the file. We'll take a look at that later. So I've entered the email address, I'm going to keep it on editing, and I'm going to click send. Exit out of this file. We'll move on to the next one. This one is view only. So let's show the other way that this can be shared. I can click on the file once, top right corner, click on the little person with the plus button, and then I get the same little box, enter in the next address, but this time I'm going to click on the little drop down and I'm going to choose can view. So what this means is that the person accessing this file will not be able to edit it, won't be able to add to it, won't be able to even comment on it. They will only be able to look at what is in the doc. Press send. The next one here, commenting. Let's share this one out. And we'll change the little drop down to comment and press send. Link sharing. This is a little bit different. This is if we are sharing it out with somebody and we don't know the person's email address, or we don't know the group email address, or we just know that we want a lot of people to be able to access this file. So one of the cool things in Google Drive, is that we get the option to change the link sharing permissions. If you click on the file, beside the little person with the plus button is a little link. When you click on it, you can see by default link sharing is off. However, if I turn it on, it now becomes a link that anybody within our school board who has this link will be able to view the file. Now, of course, that can be changed by clicking on these sharing settings, and we can see there's a little drop down here. We can now choose that anyone in RCDSB can edit it, they can comment on it, or by default it's view. But again, let's say we're sharing this out with more people outside of just our school board, we need to choose some more options. So here's where we have anybody who can get on the internet can search for the file and they'd be able to find it. This one here is kind of like a private listing, a private phone number. Whoever has the link can go to it, but the link isn't available through searching. And we have our other options with our RCDSB account. If I'm sharing this out with a large group of people, such as parents, and I'm emailing it to them, or I'm putting it in Google Classroom, I would choose this anyone with the link option, and I would click save. However, by default, it is they can only look at the file. If I want a whole bunch of people to be able to comment on it or edit it, I would have to choose that via this drop down. Let's stick with can view and press save. And then once that's done, you'll notice that I haven't entered any email addresses. That's because I've just shared the link. I will then copy this link and paste it wherever I want the people to access the file from. Click done, and we can see that the link sharing has now been set when I click on the link. Finally, let's talk about sharing a folder. It's a little bit different. When you share a folder with somebody, they have two options. Their options are can organize, add, and edit. What that means is they'll be able to put files in it. They'll be able to remove files from the folder. They'll be able to go into the files that are in the folder, and they'll be able to edit those files. So you're setting kind of like a top level sharing permission. The next one here is view only. What that means is people that access this folder will only be able to look at the files that are in it. They will not be able to add to it, or they will not be able to edit any of the files that are in it or remove any of the files that are in the folder either. So your folder sharing settings are kind of like an all or none. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into each of the people's accounts that these files have been shared with, and we're going to see what they see. Okay, we're back, and we can see that I am in a different account here, and we are in the account that has the Google Doc shared with them with editing rights. So there's two ways I can access this file. There's this quick access menu here with editing rights, but if I go to the shared with me section on the left hand side, I can see that the file is here. So when I open it up, I can see that I am given full editing rights. I have all the menus up at the top here. When I hover over top of the share button in the top right, I can see that it's shared with me and one other person, and I can come in and this is new text. I can edit the doc. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, I'm now in the next account, and this person has had a file shared with them where they have only view-only rights. So again, quick access, I can access it that way, and I can also go to the shared with me section to access the file that way. When I open it up, we will notice that I have no menu to edit this file. Wherever I click, nothing happens. I can type, no typing appears. I can only look at the stuff that is in this file. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I'm in the next account, and we can see that this student or this person has had a file shared with them with commenting only rights. I can click on it via quick access to get to it, or again, shared with me, and there's the file there. I will open it up, and we can see that I do have my menu option up here, and I can bring a cursor in, and I can type, but we get this green little box around my text, and we get a commenting box on the side. What this means is that it is a suggestion, and it is being put in as a comment for the person that has created the Google Doc. So this is great if you are having students do some writing where you want them to do some peer reviewing or peer editing on the doc. They can share their Google Doc with a student in their class with suggesting or commenting rights only, and then they will not be changing or deleting the text that the original creator had put in. So for example, if I highlight this and press delete, it just has a strike through and it's made as a comment on the side. So even when you do paragraphs, it lets the person know that new paragraphs have been put in. So I hope this video's explained the different ways that Google Files can be shared and what the different sharing permissions and settings look like. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of your TELTCs. You can email us at teltclist@rcdsb.on.ca. Thank you.